let's just get into it. And we're going to start off with Tia and Daonte because everyone except Tia knows that Tia needs to be single. Okay? So we come into this episode with this pull and tug of Nicole's heart between Tia and Daonte. So the episode before, it was between Zach and Daonte. Now it's between Tia and Daonte. Surprisingly, Daonte is a constant in this relationship. So Tia is just finishing off her stay the night with Tia. Nicole and Tia are waking up at the hotel together, and for some reason Nicole pursued Daonte, made plans with him, and now she's not in the mood to go. She's hungover. Now she has to wake up early and meet him. I don't even think it's early because when she went to go meet him, night struck. Like she was waiting so long, night struck. Which didn't make sense to me because she went to go meet Daonte. Tia gave her a ride. Before getting out of the car, she told Tia, I'm only going to be here for a few minutes. I'm going to tell him that I'm not feeling well, talk to him, and leave. That plan was out of the window when Daonte didn't show up for 10 minutes, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour. Like, he was really trying to prove the point of, girl, the ball's in my court, not yours. And I was just thinking, like, how silly is Nicole? Like, you don't feel well. You can use this as your excuse. Nicole sat there the whole hour. She found a comfortable spot to sit in front of a fireplace outside and waited for Daonte to show up. Nicole, that was your out. I was literally looking at the TV screen like, why isn't she just texting Daonte like, yo, I've been waiting here. I don't feel well. I came here to tell you I don't feel well. You didn't show up. I'm going home. She could have just plainly did that. And then Daonte would have been the fool, Boo-Boo the fool, because he didn't show up when he said he was going to be there, regardless of, oh, I'm trying to prove a point, the ball's in my court, I'm the one that's going to be making the decisions now. Regardless of any of that, whatever was going through his mind, he would have looked like a fool because you left. And you told him, you gave him the opportunity, Nicole. You showed up, you waited 5-10 minutes. He didn't show up. 15 minutes max is what I would have gave this guy before dipping. But instead, you waited, and so the tide turns into the other direction. You waited the whole over an hour for Daonte to show up. Daonte shows up. He feeling good about himself because he got you waiting, and he's calling you out, asking you like, yo, what was this on your social media? Oh, Nicole, you don't know how to work social media yet. You don't know that Daonte can see your Snapchat posts. You did not block him when you posted last night laying in the bed with Tia. Crazy. Nicole doesn't know how to work her social media, so she is literally throwing herself to the wolves when she posts about herself with her exes. So Daonte sees that. He's fueled up. He's gassed up. He's like, yo, what the heck? Are you dating her or are you dating me? And Nicole's just like, no, we're just friends from prison. Like, she's, throwing the card out there like she was just a friend from prison and I just wanted to reconnect with her, which isn't a lie, but let him know that you are still romantically involved with this person. She did let him know that she was in the past, but not that she currently is. So Daonte's still a deer in headlights. He doesn't know what's going on. He feels like he's confused and he doesn't understand why. And just as it's not even like any type of clarity was about to pop up, but just as Nicole is like weaning him down, like calming him down, like deflating his gas, Tia decides to walk up on the situation. And Daonte, after seeing her on social media, knows exactly who she is. So he calls her out. And he's just like, what's up? Like, what do you want? Why are you even here? And he makes a joke of like, is Zach gonna pop up next? Like, I know who she is because I seen her on social. Why are you here? And Tia sits down as if this is a throuple convo, as if Daonte gives any crap. Like, why would you sit down? Why wouldn't you just say, yo, Nicole, I'm your ride and I'm about to dip. Like, are you coming with me or not? She didn't do that. She literally sat down as if she was a part of this relationship, and like she had some solutions that she needed to lay out on the table. Like she needed answers. And she puts Nicole in the hot seat. Again, Nicole could have avoided all of this if she would have just left after 15 minutes of waiting for Daonte, but she chose this turn of events. So Tia's putting Nicole on the spot like, yo, why you doing this man like this? I see him spending all this money on you. I've known about him since you were incarcerated, since we were down together. I've known about him and you've just been stringing him along. Like, you need to make a decision. And I'm shook. I'm like, yo, like if I ain't seen what save face look like, this is crazy. Like, for one, Tia, Nicole is you're pursuing her. Like, why are you trying to push her off your plate? For two, you don't even know Daonte. You don't know what he has to offer. You don't know what his situation is. You don't know what his mental health is. You don't know what his emotional health is, what his triggers are. You don't know this guy, but you're pushing Nicole onto him, even though you say you're trying to pursue her. So it was just super confusing. Like, Tia really was just trying to make sure that she didn't look like they were together last night doing anything. She wanted to make it look like they're just friends, and Nicole confides in her and she's trying to give the best advice. And maybe Daonte fell for it, but the viewers did not, okay? And Nicole's pissed. She pulls Tia over to the side. She's like, what are you doing? Tia's like, yo, I just want you to make a choice. And then she's truthful about it, like, I still want to be with you. Would you choose me? And I was shocked because I just thought, you know, Tia was for games, just like Nicole. Like, she's trying to see what she can accomplish while she's out. You know, what new treats in the cabinet can she taste, you know? I thought she was on that same tip, but no, she actually wants commitment from Nicole. And so Nicole is put on the hot seat by not just Daonte, but also Tia. So fortunately, Nicole asks Tia to leave, and Tia goes to a nearby bar so that Nicole can finish her conversation with Daonte without this Kyle-like person in between them, like pushing fate in the opposite direction. But Tia is nowhere near as bad as Kyle. Check out the Anissa and Jeff videos to learn about my perspective of Kyle, okay? But Tia was certainly being a Kyle in their three-way combo. But what ends up happening is Nicole yet again delays Daonte from getting a concrete, are we in a relationship? Are we engaged? She pretty much just leaves it as, you know, she tells him, I don't want just one person. I don't want to be in a monogamous relationship. And he straight up tells her, well, I do. Like, I've been waiting too long for you and have invested too much in you to share you. And he jokes like, I haven't even had you. Like, how could I share you with somebody, you know? And so Tia's wanted her to make a decision. Daonte's wanted her to make a decision. And I think Nicole's finally got to the point where she's going to be honest and truthful. Even if, well, I think she got to a point where she's going to be honest and truthful if it allows her to delay cutting off Daonte. I think she knows that she doesn't want a permanent future with him, but she does want to keep him around because his presence is lucrative. I mean, he's giving gifts and money and treats and foods and hair extensions and all these things. Like, his presence is lucrative to her. So unless Daonte strips everything down to just him and who he is and his personality when he's dealing with Nicole, and removes all the electronics and the hair extensions and the clothes and the cash from the equation, he's not going to truly know if she is hooked to him or his stuff and what he has to offer. And I don't think Daonte is willing to do that because he knows the truth. Nicole is a materialistic person. Even her mother told us in like episode 41 or 42 that her daughter Nicole doesn't know how to care about people, okay? So Nicole's care for Daonte is directly linked to what he can do for her. And there's a lot of discussions about, like, you know, how much of love is love versus convenience versus what you can offer to somebody. And every single relationship has those pieces intertwined in it, but Nicole and Deonte's is very heavily materialistic. That's what we've seen. So that's my bit on Nicole and Deonte. Don't want to make this video too long. Just wanted to offer that to you all, and let me know what you guys think. Do you see a future for Nicole and Deonte, like a genuine future? I know we've seen some teasers about them, you know, wedding planning. I mean, that's what engagement means, right? So do we think that they should make it all the way down? Would it actually be successful? I doubt it. And honestly, that doesn't have anything to do with her being formerly incarcerated. It just has to do with the fact that they are not genuinely in love with one another, because their relationship is based off of materialism and not a genuine connection. But let me know what you all think in the comments, and I will see you guys on the next commentary. Peace.